Okay, welcome back to my channel Shubhangi Insights. So the topic for today is partition values. This is the next topic in the measures of central tendency. It is just like the median, which we have already studied before in the previous videos. Now, when we talk about median, median divides the data into two parts, that is two equal parts, right? For example, you have a set of given observations and you need to find the middle value of that. First, you need to arrange them into ascending or descending order and then find the middle value. In similar manner, we have partial values which are nothing but which divides the distribution in equal parts. So as I have already mentioned about median, median divides the data into two equal parts, the left side part and the right side parts. In similar way, partition values also divides the data into different parts or the equal parts depending on which type of partition value we are talking about. The first one is quartiles, second is deciles, and third one is percentiles. So when we talk about quartiles, it divides data into four equal parts. In this case, the data will be divided into four equal parts. Next, deciles, it divides data into 10 equal parts. This divides the data into 10 equal parts. Coming to the last one, percentiles, it divides data into 100 equal parts. So these are the different kind of divisions which we will be seeing in each one of them. The way median divides the data into two parts, in similar way, quartiles divides into four parts, decile divides into 10 equal parts, and percentiles divides into 100 equal parts. So since they're dividing on these many parts, now how many quartiles, percentiles or deciles do we get out of it? Like when we talk about median, it divides the data into two parts, but the answer which we get is single answer, right? So in that particular way, quartile is dividing the data into four parts. So 4 minus 1, you will have 3. So here you will be getting 3 quartiles, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So these will be the 3 quartiles which you will obtain when you divide the data into 4 equal parts. Now there are different names given to these 3 quartiles. You can call this as first quartile or the lower quartile. This is called as second quartile, or you can call this as median because this is the middle value. Third one is the third quartile or the upper quartile. So these are the different names given to the quartiles. Now coming to deciles, we will be since it is dividing the data into 10 equal parts, so we will be getting 9 deciles starting from D1, D2, which goes upon D9. Now here D5 is denoted as median. Similar to quartiles, the middle one which was 2, here D5 will be the middle one, so this will be called as median. Now we coming to the last one which is percentile. In this, since the data is divided into 100 equal parts, so we will be having 99 percentile. So starting with P1, P2 and so on, it goes up to P99. So P50th will become the median in case of percentiles. So this is all about the 3 types of partition values: quartiles, percentiles and deciles. Now let us see what are the different formulas which we can apply based on raw data, discrete data and continuous data. Now let us look at the formulas for raw data, discrete data and continuous data, different data for our quartiles, deciles and percentiles. So now since we know quartiles is divided into 4 equal parts, so the denominator here we will be mentioning 4. The value will be 4. Like for example, in the case of median, when we tell median is divided into 2 equal parts, when we look at the formula for median, in all the cases, raw data, discrete data or continuous data, it is divided by the number 2. In the same way, when we talk about quartiles, since it is dividing into 4 equal parts, so the denominator will have a 4. So, starting with raw data, Q mile is equal to I into M plus 1 by 4th observation. In this case, I can take the value of 1, 2 and 3 because there are 3 quartiles. If the value of I is 1, we will be substituting 1 and getting out the first quartile. If the value of I is 2, we will be substituting I as 2 and getting the second quartile. If the value of I is 3, we will be substituting 3 and getting the third quartile. So this works in the case of raw data. Coming to deciles, DI in the same way I, since decile divides into 10 parts, we will be dividing that by 10. N plus 1 by 10 observations. I can take the values from 1 to 9 because there are 9 deciles. Now the last one, percentiles, I, N plus 1 by 100 observation, and I can take the values from 1 to up to 99. So this is how data, the formula is written in case of raw data, QI, DI and PI. Depending on the number of partitions, it is divided. Now coming to the discrete data, quartiles will be written in the form of I, capital N plus 1 by 4th observation. And in this case, again, I will take the value from 1 to 1, 2 and 3. Talking about deciles, I, capital N plus 1 by 10 observation. Then I can take the value from 1 to 9. And the last one is percentiles, which is I, N plus 1 by 100 observation. And I can take the values from 1 up to 99. So this is the formula based on discrete data. Now let's go to the last one, which is continuous data. QI is equal to L plus brackets IN by 4 minus CF by F into X. Again, I can take the values from 1, 2 and 3. So this is a formula based on the continuous data. Next, for deciles, again, DI is equal to L plus brackets IN by 10 minus CF by F into H, and I can take the values from 1 to 9. And last one is deciles, which is L plus IN by 100 minus CF by F into H, and I can take the values from 1 to 99. So now, these are very easy to remember. Just you need to know the formulas for median, raw data, discrete data and continuous data, and that is divided on the 2 equal parts. So we take the denominator as 2. In similar way, quartile is divided into 4 equal parts. So we divide that by 4. Deciles is taken into 10 equal parts. So we divide all the formulas by 10, and percentile is taken by 100. So we divide all the formulas by 100. But the concept and the formulas are same like your median. Let us look at the first question in order to find out the partition values. Calculate the quartiles from the data 4, 6, 5, 9, 8, 10, 3. So first of all, we need to understand which kind of data is given to us. So in this question, we have raw data. So let us mention that raw data. Next, which partition value are they asking us to find? They are asking us to find the quartiles. So in order to find out the quartiles, we are having 3 quartiles. And the formula is QI is equal to I small n plus 1 by 4 because it divides into 4 equal parts. So now we will be taking the different values of I, which are 1, 2 and 3. I can take the value 1, 2 and 3. Since they have mentioned us quartiles, so we need to find all the 3 quartiles. It just specifically tell you to find first, second or third quartile. You can do it accordingly. But here they have asked us to find out the quartiles. So we will be finding all the 3 quartiles. Now, let us start with the first one. Q1. I will be 1. And what is the value of M? Now, since we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our N value will be 7 plus 1 by 4th observation. So in this case, this is the value. So 7 plus 1 is 8 by 4th observation, and answer is second observation. Right? Well, 4 by 8 by 4 is 2. So we get the second observation. But we cannot directly find the second observation from the question given to us. The main important step here is to arrange the data in ascending or descending order. Only then we can find out the second observation from the data. So first we will be arranging the data. Arrange. So starting out with 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 numbers given to us. Now the value of observation is second observation. So the second observation is 4. So the value of Q1 is equal to 4. This is the first quartile value which we have got. Now next we need to find out the second quartile value, which is nothing but Q2. So we will simply multiply 2 into n plus 1 by 4 observation, which is 2 into n plus 1 by 2. Again it is 7 plus 1 by 4, not 2, sorry, 4. So the value of that was already second. So we can simply write here second observation. So 2 into 2 is nothing but fourth observation. So now what is the fourth observation in the data? First, second, third, fourth. So this is the value of Q2. So we can write as Q2 is equal to 6. This is the second observation. Now we are left with the third quartile, which is nothing but Q3. So Q3 will become again 3 n plus 1 by 4th observation. So again 3 into the value is 2 observation. So answer is 3 into 2, 6th observation. Now let us find out the sixth observation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is nothing but 9. So the value of Q3 is equal to 9. So this is how we will be finding out the different quartiles afterwards in the equation Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay. Now let us consider the next question. Calculate Q1, D3, P2 from the following data. So here the data is already raw data. So mention your raw data. Now let's calculate the first one, which is nothing but Q1. So Q1 is equal to I into n plus 1 by 4th observation. So here the value of I is nothing but first quartile. N is 10. So 10 plus 1 by 4th observation, which is 11 by 4th observation. And the value of that is 2.75th observation. Now what are we going to do here? Since we are getting 2 decimal points after point, so we are going to break them down. Okay, so second observation plus 0.75. So the 2 written in the first place would be considered second observation. And after the decimal, we will be considering same 0.75. And in bracket after second, we get third one. So third observation minus second observation. So the second observation in the data is 5. 5 plus 0.75. Third observation is 8. 8 minus 5. So 5 plus 0.75 into 3, answer is 5, 7.25. So this is how we get the value of Q1. Okay. Now next, let us find the value of D3. So D3 will be nothing but I into n plus 1 by 10th observation. Since quartile is divided into 4 parts, so we divide this by 4. Decile is divided into 10 equal parts, so we divide this by 10. Since they have asked us to find third quartile, we will multiply 3. N is 10 plus 1 by 10th observation. Now 3 into 11 by 10th observation, which is nothing but 3.3rd observation. Now again we will break this down since it lies between third and fourth observation. So the first value is 3, so we will write third observation plus 0.3. After 3 we get 4, fourth observation minus third observation. So the third observation in the data is 8 plus 0.3, 10 minus 8. So which is 8 plus 0.3 into 2, and the final answer is 8.6. So this is the value of the third decile. Let's find out the last one, which is second percentile, P2. Since percentile is divided into 100 equal parts, so I into n plus 1 by 100 percentile. I value is 2 and 10 plus 1 by 100 observation, which is nothing but 2 by 11 by 100 observation, and this value comes to be 1.1. 0.1 observation. Again, we are going to break this down since we got the decimal point. First observation plus 0.1, second observation minus the first observation. Since we have 1.1, so 1 will become the first observation. After what decimal, whatever you have, you need to write it here. Then after first, we get the second. So second minus the first. This is the formula in order to solve this decimal points. Now first observation is 4.1. Second observation is 5 minus 1. So answer is 4.1. So this is the value of second percentile. So I hope you understood what are the different ways in which Q1, D3 and P2 can be found out using the formula. Okay, now let us look at the next question. From the following information, find the values of Q1, Q3, D4, 74, and the data given to us is marks, which is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80, 90. Number of students 4, 6, 11, 19, 20, 26, and 30. So this is a question given to us and we need to find out the different values of these. Now, first of all, we need to know which kind of data is given to us. So here we have marks and number of students. So this is nothing but discrete data. So now how are you going to find out discrete data? Now, first, we need to find Q1. So the formula for discrete data is I capital N plus 1 by 4th observation. So here, what is capital N? Capital N is nothing but sum of frequency. This is very, very important. Small n is nothing but the number of observation, whereas capital N is the sum of frequency. So we need to total up the frequencies, which is coming up to 99. So we will be substituting this here. And since it is first quartile, so 1 into 99 plus 1 by 4th observation, which is nothing but 100 by 4, which is going to give us the value 25th observation. Now, we need to search this 25th observation in the data given to us. So, since we see that in number of observation students, which is nothing but the frequency, we don't have exactly 25th value getting us where exactly it lies. So, we need to find out another column as we do this in median, your LCF column. Since in this what we do, we add up the frequencies and see where this particular value of observation lies. So, the first value will be 4. Next, it is 10. Next, 21, 30, 40, again 60, 86, and 99. So, here we have the value as 25th. So, it lies between 21 and 40, but we need to take the highest one. So, highest one is this. So, this will be our Q1 class. Q1 class. Okay. So, what is the value corresponding to this? Which is nothing but your 60. So, here the value of Q1 will be equal to 60. We just need to see the corresponding value of LCF. Now, let's move on to the next one, which is Q3. In a similar way, Q3 will be 3 into n plus 1, which is nothing but 99 plus 1 by 4th observation, which comes up to 3 into 25th observation. And that is 3 5 is 15, 6 75th observation. Now we need to search 75 in the data, which lies between 60 and 86, but the highest is 86. So we will be considering this particular class as Q3 class. So the value of Q3 will nothing be 80. So the value of Q3 is 80. Let's move to the next one, which is D4. So D4 will be again I capital N plus 1 by, since this cell decides into 10 parts, so 10 observation, and we are finding the fourth decile 4 into 99 plus 1 by 10 observation. So here the answer will come up to 40th observation. So now 40th observation lies exactly in this class. So this again will be your D4 class. The last question here is find the median and quartiles from the following data. So when they have mentioned as median and quartiles, since we know the quartiles are nothing but your Q1 and Q3, but median is mentioned here, so median is nothing but the second quartile. So here we need to find out all the three quartiles for the following question given to us. Now by looking at the data, we have class intervals given to us along with the frequencies. So this is nothing but the continuous data. So we will mention that first. It is continuous data. Now we can see the sizes are given in the form of exclusive class. We need to, they're given in the form of inclusive class. Inclusive class. So we need to convert this into exclusive class. So how are we going to do that? So since we have here the upper limit, lower limit, and in the next upper limit, we need to subtract that first. Upper class limit minus lower class limit, which is nothing but 16 minus 15, which is equal to 1. Now divide this, divided by 2. So which is nothing but 0.5. Now we have got the 0.5 value. So we are going to subtract this with the lower class limit and add with the upper class limit. So here the first interval will become 10.5 and the second interval will become 15.5. So this is how we will be continuing the class intervals. So let us mention that class interval, so which is nothing but 10.5 to 15.5, again 15.5 to 20.5, next 20.5 to 25.5, 25.5 to 30.5. 30.5 to 35.5, again 35.5 to 40.5. Next again 40.5 to 45.5 and last 45.5 to 50.5. So this is how we will be getting the class intervals. So now let us find out the first value given to us in the question, which is nothing but the Q1. So let's start with Q1. Q1 is equal to L plus brackets I N by 4 minus CF by F into H. Okay. Since the value of I here is 1, we will be substituting that here. So L plus N by 4 minus CF by F into H. Now, what is a capital N? As they have already mentioned, N is nothing but total frequency. So we are going to add up the frequencies. So sum of frequencies here is nothing but 129. So they will be substituting 129. Now, in order for us to get the lower limit, CF, F and H, we need to get the quartile class or the median class as asked in the question. So in order to get that, what is the step number 1? First, we need to find the value of N by 4. N by 4 is nothing but 1. So I have just not written here and multiplied and written directly N by 4, which is nothing but 129 upon 4. So the value of this is 32.25. 32.25 observation. Okay. Now, what are we going to do? We need to again search this value in the LCF column. This is very similar to what we have done with the discrete data. After getting n plus 1 by 4th observation, we were looking that value in the LCF column. So here again, we need to find out the LCF column in order to get all the values. So the first value will remain 7, same value. Then we need to add up 7 plus 10, 17. Again 7 plus 13, 70 plus 13, 230. Again next 6, 56. Again 11, 8, 91. Again add up 3, 9, 10, 11. Again 4, 2, 124 and last 129. So these are the values which we get for the LCF column. Now we need to search 32.25 lies in which particular row. So it lies between 30 and 56. So highest is 56. We will be considering this particular row as Q1 class. Now we can get all the values from here. So the first is lower limit. So in this case, so the lower limit here is 25.5. Since we have converted it, so we will be taking the converted value plus 32.25 minus CF. What is the CF value? We need to consider the previous value as CF. We cannot take 56 because it will give us negative. So the preceding one, which is nothing but 30, byte frequency is nothing but 26 into difference between them is 5. We will be solving this 25.5 minus 2.25 by 26 into 5. And the result is 25.93. 25.93. So this is the value of Q1 which we have solved for the continuous data. The next one is Q2. Since median is nothing but Q2, so we will find out the second one. So since it is 2, I value will become 2. So what we are going to do here, we are simply going to multiply this into 2. So 2 into this will give us 64.5. 64.5 observation. Now again, we need to search the 64.5 in the values of LCF. So this is lying in 91. So this will be considered as Q2 class. Q2 plus. Let us substitute all the values from here. So which is 30.5 plus 64.5 minus preceding CH is nothing but 56 divided by 35 into 5. Now 30.5 by 8.5 by 35 into 5. The final answer is 31.71. So this is the answer for Q2. Now similarly, in similar manner, we'll be finding the value of Q3. So let us see Q3. So we will be calculating Q3. Again, we need to multiply 3 with n by 4. So multiplying 3 with n by 4, we will be getting 96.75. 96.75 observation. We need to search this 96 again here. So this is nothing but your Q3 class. Now we will be substituting all the values. Lower limit is 35.5 plus 96.75 minus preceding will be the CF, which is 91, by frequency is 22 of that particular class into H is nothing but again 5. So 35.5 plus 28.75 by 22 after multiplying this, and the final answer is 36.8, value of Q3. So this is how we get the values in case of the continuous data. So this much for today's video. If you guys like the video, please do share it and comment it out if you have any doubts.